In ancient Phoenicia, pagan parents had their infants and toddlers thrown into a hollowed metal statue representing Baal Moloch to be burned alive in its fiery cauldron. In ancient Rome, pagans' parents disposed of unwanted infants into the wilderness to die from dehydration, freezing, starvation, or being eaten by wild animals. Subsequent generations until today find such things abhorrent, having a higher standard of conduct by parents towards their children. So, while condemning the destruction of completely innocent offspring, ancient Israelite parents proscribed a necessary reason: the death penalty for disobedience. Deuteronomy 21:18-21. Just in case that was not legally enforceable, an Israelite parent came up with this scary saying: "The eye that mocketh at his father and despiseth to obey his mother, the ravens of the valley shall pick it out, and the young eagles shall eat it." Proverbs 30:17. So according to that, such birds have the supernatural ability to detect such defiance, like the comic book heroes Ghost Rider or Spider-Man. And since there is probably not a single raven or eagle within 500 miles of me, they will need to be helped out with a GPS tracking device. And I'll have to make sure I'm outside when they arrive and remove my glasses so as not to impede their job of ripping my eyes out. In other words, Santa Claus nonsense. With far improvement over such Jewish fables and precepts, the great philosopher Jesus of Nazareth arrived on the scene to knock parents from their over-bloated dominance and instead preach fairness. Yes, Jesus reiterated the importance of honoring father and mother and obeying your parents even when you are an adult. But with this caveat: "And ye fathers, provoke not your children to wrath, but bring them up in the nurture and admonition of the Lord." Ephesians 6:4 and similar passages. Nobody is under any obligation to obey ungodliness or those that are aggravating you to the point of pulling you away from God. Jesus said, "For I am come to set a man at variance against his father, and the daughter against her mother. And a man's foes shall be they of his own household. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me." Matthew 10:35-37. Another of his disciples said unto him, "Lord, suffer me first to go and bury my father." But Jesus said unto him, "Follow me, and let the dead bury their dead." Matthew 8:21-22 and Luke 9:59-60. There is great prejudice in favor of parents against adult non-parents, simply because parents are in the great majority, which most bigotry is founded upon, majority rule. Yet reproducing is no achievement whatsoever. Even worms naturally reproduce. Any blessing from God that may have been associated with having children is completely obsolete under the new covenant. In fact, Christianity elevated non-parents above parents. 1 Corinthians 7:32-33. Though referring to marrieds versus singles, back then all couples had children if possible, and single parents were almost unheard of. One day, a daughter confided to her mother the torment of her temptation to suicide. Her mother went into a tirade. "You are demented. You are worthless. You can't even kill yourself. Try it." And opened the apartment high-rise window. The daughter jumped out the window to her death. Parents regularly barking orders, criticizing, gaslighting, gossiping about, lying to, second-guessing, taking a stranger's word against yours, throwing items out without your permission, withholding information, and other means of controlling us adult children is not honoring us either. And honors must go both ways. Even if parents have gave their children $100 million of financial help, you cannot buy your way into heaven. Though adult children are obligated to abundantly help their parents with all their needs and avoid any disgrace to them, those who are trying to pursue righteousness have no obligation to have any relationship with ungodly parents, let alone fellowship, fraternize, or socialize with them, or even speak to them. If you move out of state, you block the phone number if need be. Consider that even older adults usually have zero chance of influencing their parents, while the parents can still wreck their children's character. So, in these cases, the right thing is to keep contact with them to an absolute minimum, and in rare cases, terminate all contact completely. Luke 10:61-62.